little learners, today we are going to start with the chapter 14 Forest and Wildlife. So, in this chapter, I will tell you about the forest, right? And then the wildlife. So, in this chapter, I will tell you about the forest, importance of forest, why forests are important for us. Then the types of forest. We have different types of forest: evergreen, deciduous, thorny forest, tidal forest, mountain forest, conservation of forest, I will tell you about, and your wildlife. So we have these different types of forests that I will tell you in this chapter, and then I will tell you how you will conserve your forest and wildlife. Right? So, what are forests? As you know that India is quite rich in forest. And what are forests? Natural forest wealth. Very important resource. It takes hundred of years for the trees to grow dense and form a forest. Trees, shrubs, creepers, and many other smaller plants which grow on their own. What are they called? They are called natural vegetation. So, what are the importance of forest? Why they are important for us and useful to us? Why? Because what it's provide you: timber, gum, resin, lac, cane, medicinal herb, firewood, and many other useful things. So, what is timber? It is one of the most important product of forest, and it is used for with the help of forest. Like trees, what they gives you food, and they're used for what? For making furniture, building houses, doors, and windows. Wood pulp is used for making paper, and forest play an important role in soil preservation. Why? Two, as the trees helps to check soil. Forest keeps the air clean. Forest keep the climate cool and pleasant. Forest trees helps to bring more rainfall. What it brings? More rainfall. Next, we have different types of forests. How many types of forests do we have? Five forests that I will tell you one by one in this chapter. First is evergreen forest. If we talk about evergreen forests, what are evergreen forests? The forests grow in areas which receive heavy rainfall throughout the year. And what they have? They have high temperature. If we talk about the temperature, it's very high over here, and such forests appear green throughout the year. And what we call such forests? That is Western Ghats. In Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Maharashtra, hilly areas of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Tripura, West Bengal, they also have such forest. And the wood is hard. Here, if we talk about, the wood is very hard and expensive. And important trees are ebony, rosewood, mahogany, sandalwood, kale, and bamboo. Now let's study about the deciduous forest, which is also called monsoon forest. Right? They have broad leaves which shed during summer. New leaves grow during the monsoon season. These forests mostly found in the Deccan Plateau and foothills of Himalayan North. We have many states where these types of forests are found. What are that? Like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. If we talk about the common trees, that is your teak, sal, and sisal. And they are very useful. Why? For making furniture. Next is thorny forest. They are found where there is a rainfall is scanty, right? Like in the northwestern part of Great Indian Desert and part of Deccan Plateau. Which type of forest do you see here? Dry thorny forest. Trees have thick barks and long roots, and there is an undercover of thorny bushes. We have kikar, babool, and date palm trees, and these are found in such forest over here. Then we have tidal forest if we talk about. So these forests are found near the coast where the land is flooded by seawater, right? And what we call them? Mangrove forest, right? Common trees growing in the Ganga Brahmaputra Delta in West Bengal. And if we talk about the mangrove forest, which is popularly known as Sundarban. Next is mountainous forest. What we call them? Coniferous. If we talk about mountainous forest, you will see they have cones like this. They have cones. Why? Because as you know that in the mountain region a snow comes and this slides off easily. So for that, what we have coniferous forest. The Himalayan region built of different kinds of forests depending on the rainfall and height of the region. On higher mountain slopes, there are forests. What we call them coniferous. Coniferous trees. Trees grow in cold climate and they have needle shape like this, thick leaves, and they wear coats. And where do we find such type of trees or forests like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh? The most common tree that is found in this forest are cheek, oak, deodar, spruce, and fir. Here you can see here the division of the forest has been given to you. If we talk about the green part here, right, and this reason. Here you will find which type of forest? Evergreen forest. This region is known for this yellow part. This is known for which type of forest? That is your deciduous. Green part is your evergreen. Blue part, it's your tidal forest. Blue one is your Thorny forest. It is a desert area. Here is very less rainfall and here you will see the Thorny forest. This pink part, it's very little, which is known for tidal forest. And we have here mountainous region in Jammu and Kashmir. Here you will find mountain forest. Right? So these are the different types of forests. Then we will we'll start with the next topic, that is conservation of forest. So a country should have about what? One third of its area under forest. India has less than one fourth of the total area, and it's very important to conserve forest and plant more trees and slow down the cutting of the trees. If we talk about keeping in the view, forests, what they are essential for us people all over the country, right? So you should stop unnecessary and careless cutting of trees, and the famous Chipko movement in Uttarakhand proved it. And this movement was started in 1974 by Sundarlal Baguna. People supporting this movement, what they do? They embrace the trees and cling to them to stop them from cut down the by the woodcutters. During the monsoon, every year the festival Van Mahotsav is celebrated and people plant trees in villages, towns and cities. Government and many NGOs are trying to promote what importance of growing more trees. Now wildlife. What is wildlife? As conservation of forest is essential for a national property, so its preservation, so it's the preservation of wildlife. Forests in India are full of wild animals, and some of these animals are rare, but few people hunt wild animals for pleasure, for individual economic gain. But our rich wildlife needs to be protected, and the government has to set up number of national park and wildlife sanctuary where animals live under condition which favors what? Free growth. In this area, nobody is allowed to cut any tree or kill animals. Sundarban is the largest wildlife sanctuary of India. Royal Bengal tiger, it's a male inhabitant. Kaziranga National Park in Assam. And if we talk about, it is the home of here one horned rhinoceros are found. Then we have Gir Forest. It is in Gujarat. What it give you? It gives shelter to lions. We have Corbett National Park. If we talk about where it is in Uttarakhand. Here tigers and leopards are found. Then we have Periyar Sanctuary, which is in Kerala. Here you will see the herds of elephants. Then we have Kahana National Park, which is in Madhya Pradesh. And we have Sariska Wildlife Sanctuary in Rajasthan. They are famous for tourist attraction. Then in Rajasthan, we have Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, home to the large number of birds. The Siberian crane visited during the winter. All of us must have the forest and wildlife because they are most precious natural resource, right? So here, let's see about the different wildlife sanctuaries over here present in different states. You have to learn them, right? So let's study about Uttarakhand. If we talk about here, you will see Valley of Flower, which is known as Nanda Devi. We have Jim Corbett Park and Rajaji. Here is your MP, that is Madhya Pradesh. Here you will see Bhadavgarh, Kanha National Park, Sanjay or Madhav National Park. Here are the different, here you will see the Rajasthan part, which is known for Sariska, Ranthambore and Koldiu. This is Gujarat, Kutch and your Ranthambore, right? These are the different wildlife sanctuary that you have to study. Here you will see that we have Maunling, Kaziranga, and Nokrek in Meghalaya, right? As you know that Nokrek, how we will learn it? As you know that in Meghalaya there is a heavy rainfall, and for moving from one place to another in the rainfall, what we need, right? Nokrek, that is boat. Here are the Sundarbans over here, right? Like this, you will study about the different wildlife sanctuary. We have bird sanctuary also, national park also, and biosphere reservoirs. So in this chapter, I have told you about the different types of forest, and then how you will conserve your forest in the wildlife. In the wildlife, I have shown you a map over here. In that, I have told you about what different bird sanctuary, national parks, your wildlife sanctuary, right? Now, a chapter has been completed. Hope you understood. Now, we will meet in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.